She was in there asleep 4 o'clock this morning. Callie's up there walking around her head. Look. You know you can't kick her out.
You're not allowed in there.
Don't you be mean to her.
Fuck off, you fat ass. I'm here for my eye drops.
Okay. I'll let the cat in when I'm done.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game...
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led out by their first-year quarterback, taken in the 3rd round of this past April's draft.
And a good start out of the gate. 2 games played, teams at 1-1, and he's played about as well as you expect a rookie quarterback to play. But what's been emphasized on the team and by the head coach, everyone else, raise your level around him and help this young man along.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Seahawks at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Well, this defense for the Giants, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead is Hall. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Giant defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Waller, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A throw right side taken in by the tight end, Gray. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field ready for their second drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back to throw. That's taken in left side by Whittington. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
To the right side, that's Whittington. He's to the 15.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
And Robinson, the motion man right.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by Waller out left side. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The New York set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Able to find Gray here.
Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Hall.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now they try the right side here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. A 2-touchdown victory. 31-17, the final. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New York ready to go again offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Up the middle they go.
Waller, and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Here we go.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Hall. Oh, good move. He's up to the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They go play action here on first down.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for it, and momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll drop to throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Out of the gun now on third down. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
The slot man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
He'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this complete to Whittington.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In motion goes the tight end. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now a play fake here on first down.
Able to find Gray here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Waller, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll keep it on the ground.
Waller, and he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll set up to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Hall again on second down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They'll come up now on second down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go,
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
For the winning side, Charles, all that was missing was a shutout, just giving up the 7.